Okay, then let's make another video for one question because okay, that looks like a good question though because it's short. Oh my god! Okay, I don't know. It's that Seltzer Somer tractor guy again. Oh my gosh! I had the volume all up, clicked on the play button, and I got totally smashed by "Hey there, it's me" in the middle of the night. Interesting. That doesn't seem to be a question. So let's go to the next one. Which is all the way up here. Okay, Aspie related. Have you been collecting some shiny metallic things in your childhood, like brand new coins? No. Or did I? No, not coins, but did I collect anything? I mean, I do like collecting things. You know, it's usually digital things by now. You know, achievements, stuff like that. But as a kid, no, Legos don't count. No, no, I don't think I collected something. But I do like getting everything of a type, just because it's neat. That's why I didn't get very far in Pokemon, because I always wanted to get all of the Pokemon, and that's not really that's not what the game is on about. Even though the catchphrase is "you gotta catch them all," but like, who the fuck catches them all? That's stupid. Have had you difficulties learning motoric? Is that really the word you use? Motoric based activities like riding a bike or swimming. Funny story, I still can't really ride a bike without falling over. I can technically ride a bike, but I'm prone to falling over. Swimming, I could do, but I quit swim school because the teachers were actually douchebags, so that doesn't count, does it? I guess. That's kind of. I've always had problems learning anything that has to do with motoric-based activities, like tennis. I could not learn tennis. I can't stop when I'm on skis, on ice. I just can't stop. I haven't learned how, and I can't learn how. That won't work. Stuff like that. So yeah, obvious Aspie stuff. How many friends did you have in kindergarten, primary school, and later on? How did the having friendship thing develop? I had one friend during my entire schooling, basically. Two, if you count my my friend's friend, who kind of became my friend, who had what's that called? Not damp. Well, actually, I don't know the English word for it. He had some kind of weird, not disease. He was like missing a chromosome or something. He was extremely skinny and had stuff all over his skin. Like his skin just fell off for no reason. He was pretty damn fun to be around, but he didn't really like me, so I don't think that counts. But still, I had one friend. How did it develop? Well, he was bullied because he was, overweight. I was bullied because I'm who I am. And since we were the only two bullied kids in that class, we became friends. Kind of a necessary thing. That's, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess he just wanted to see if my Aspie diagnosis fit, and these are stereotypical Aspie things. So if you read those things and go, "Hey, that's just like me," then you might have Aspergers if you haven't already known. Okay, non-Aspie stuff. Do you play any music instrument? Well, I have my guitar here on my wall. So I'm gonna put it down here. Wonder how this is gonna sound on YouTube with this mic. Let's see. See, it's not gonna be tuned. That didn't sound good at all, did it? Oh, it's because I have the cable on it. What the shit is this? There we go. That's not tuned at all. Okay, just to illustrate how I actually play a music instrument, or how often rather, I'm just gonna play the one thing I know how to play, which is not very good. That fucked up. That's horrible. I hope that doesn't come across on YouTube, but that's like the guitar is so badly tuned. There we go. That it actually hurts my eyes somehow. Okay, so I play several instruments, but I don't play them well. I've learned the guitar, I've learned ukulele, I've learned the piano, but I just learned them well enough to actually understand how they worked. Like, how you actually play them, how you learn songs. I learned all the chords, and then I stopped. Basically, I could play some songs, but I didn't get any further than that, because the challenge was over. It's like, after that it was just perfecting the technique, and that's not fun. That's just boring. Sadly, because I kind of like playing guitar. Yeah. Okay, so the obligatory embarrassing stuff. How old were you when you got laid for the first time? Why? Why do you want to know that? You have no idea how much pressure and just problematic emotions that gave me, that question. And I thought long and hard on, just like my penis, on how to answer it. And I'm just gonna say that, well, yeah, my first sexual experience was with my first girlfriend when I was 17. Isn't that sort of a song, when I was 17? Whatever. No, that's the middle of a song, whatever. I didn't like the girl. Well, I liked her, but now I don't. She was mean and stupid. Or too smart, rather. Or a wise ass, if that fits better, which might. But yeah, it was. Next question, if ever, how did it happen? Yeah, why do you want to know that? How did it happen? Do you want me to give you the transcript of the night? Because no, it was extremely. It was very, very awkward, just like it should be. And it didn't go very well, and let's just say that I've improved a bit. Yeah, okay, so the next question, because who wants to know about stuff like that? I was thinking even about putting that question in a different video, because that question just doesn't have anything to do with anything, so it just kind of feels weird to put it in a video with, Aspergers and stuff like that. But yeah, there you go. Now you know things about my sexual life that you never really should have asked for. And Seltsamer Attractor again asks, what were the most awkward situation you were in thanks to your Aspergers? I mean, stuff like having a crush for a certain girl, but not even noticing that her boyfriend has a crush on you until you're totally drunk and it's nearly too late to escape him on her friggin' birthday. That's an awfully specific question there. But I guess I have to answer it as yeah, no. The most awkward situation, because I didn't know about my Asperger's until later on. I just knew that people didn't like me. The Asperger's made me realize, no, it's not that people don't like me, it's just that I act weird. I didn't realize that I acted weird. So once I found out about Asperger's, I realized that, doing that, I can't keep doing it if I want to, but I should probably just stop, because, I don't have to, and it's weird. People think. It's a compromise, It doesn't make me less me, but it does make me more practical, yes. Anyway. But when I was a kid, I did awkward stuff. What was the most awkward? I don't really think I did much awkward stuff because of the Asperger's. I did do silly stuff like following a girl around that I liked, literally just walking behind her all day. She went into the library and sat down and started reading something. I was sat down with her and I stared at her for a while, and I said, "You know that you're really attractive, right?" And she just laughed and said, "Yeah, that's one way to do it." Which I, to this day, don't know what she meant. Did she mean like, "Oh, that's one way to pick up girls," or what? Because it didn't go well, and she didn't say anything, so I just kind of couldn't say anything back, which was kind of awkward. But I don't have any specific like pre-thought things, but maybe I should have had. And Seltsamer Attractor again. You have a lot of questions. Ask. What were your grades in school like? Have you had difficulties not totally failing class because you give a shit about certain subjects but have A++ in others? We don't have A++ in Sweden. We have IG, which is, it basically means icke godkänt, which basically means not passed. Then we have G, which is godkänt, and then VG, which is väl godkänt, which is like very good, and MVG, which is like mycket väl godkänt, which is like very, very good. And I got MVG in English and physics, of course, because those were the only things I actually cared about. I basically didn't pass any of the other ones except for some select few easy ones. The ones you have to pass or they kick you out. Because school, I can make a whole video about school and how they do everything wrong. Like, they force you to do stuff which is in itself just absolutely wrong. You don't force kids to do stuff. You facilitate their teaching and make them do stuff. You don't just tell them, like I talked to my brother about it, you don't just tell them, like, here's how you do divided by. Now sit down and do divided by numbers things like every class for every day for the rest of your life. And that's how you're supposed to learn how divided by works. That's not how you should be learning stuff. You should learn how do I do a divided by thing? Like, what does this sign mean? Like 2 divided by 2. Like, how do I solve that? Then somebody comes and tells you how you solve it. They give you like 10 of them to test it on. Then if you can solve those, then you obviously understand it. You move the fuck on to the next type of deal. You don't just keep doing that for a whole textbook full. You should learn the kid something. If you understand it, move on. That's not what they do. They just trudge you on the same stuff in your head over and over and over again, because that's how they think you learn it, just by pushing it into your head. That's not how you learn something. You don't learn it just because you're forced to. That's because you don't care about stuff you're forced to. If they made it fun, you would want to learn it. It's like they said in that what's it called? Extra credit video. Like, not many people, grown-ups now, can name all of the 52 states or 50 states or whatever, I don't even know. But there's a whole bunch of us who can draw the map of Azeroth, is that word? The World of Warcraft map, whatever, from your mind. And I agree with that. I know exactly where stuff is on the World of Warcraft map, but I don't know where stuff is on the Swedish map. I have no idea. That means that school failed on that. It's not my fault, it's school's fault. They're paid to teach me stuff. I mean, if a game I pay for can teach me stuff I don't need to know, then shouldn't school that the government pay for, in Sweden at least, be able to teach me stuff that I actually have to know? Anyway, that's half of my rant on schools, and that took a while, so I didn't actually answer the question. My grades, well, I did answer my question, but I had difficulties because I didn't care much, but my other difficulty was that I couldn't do tests. I don't like reading. I just don't, it doesn't stick when I read. I need visual aids. I didn't know that when I went to school. If I could see pictures more, then I could teach it more. Or verbal, if the teacher actually taught. Stuff that is said in classes, I got instantly. But the stuff in the textbook, I never learned. And the stuff in the textbook is the stuff that they always put on the tests for some reason. Anyway, that was a long video. Sorry about that.